Welcome to the first episode of Final Thoughts with your host, Samir Yellow Pragada. This is the first episode, and with us today we have a very special guest. I'd like to welcome Mr. Lyons.
It's always a pleasure to be here on the show, to meet the most important people. Joshua, how are you? Steve, how are you?
Thank you, Mr. Lyons. So, question one. How are you?
Existentially,
I'm
here.
You're here. Anything exciting going on?
In the classroom or in life?
Just in general. In everything. Anything you'd like to share?
No. A lot of nice long walks in the woods.
Okay.
Appreciate the heavy metal. Listen to headphones. Walking with my dog.
Walk with your dog, okay.
Is that what you do?
No, I do not. And by the way, to the viewers, full disclosure, me and Mr. Lyons we do live in the same neighborhood, so I guess you could say we're family. I mean, we're basically blood related.
The only relation between you and I is that's why our real estate value went down.
So, craziest story at Nash. Teaching experience. Or any experience.
By far my favorite story, one of my favorites. I was outside in the winter and making a snowball.
Okay.
Mr. Gapsky was bending over the dumpster.
Okay.
And I was going to, for some reason, hit him with a snowball I was making. He caught me. So I already made this snowball. I didn't throw it at him. I figured, you can't throw away a good snowball.
Of course.
So I walked into the school counseling office, took a deep breath, and threw it as hard as I could and hit Mr. Thompson in the chest while he was typing on something.
How do you feel about that?
I don't think he's happy about it to this day. He's still trying to get me back. But
he's a big guy.
Thompson?
Yeah.
I think you have that confused with somebody else.
So, that kind of leads perfectly into my next question. If you could fight one teacher at Nash, who would it be?
I am
like a brawl.
I am not a fighter. I'm a lover. I can't.
Did I hear Mr. Booker? I think he said Mr. Booker.
Listen, your little Jedi mind tricks, topical Star Wars coming out, may work on other people.
All right.
I did make an ultimate fighting contest one time with 64 teachers at Nash.
Okay.
And I passed around ballots, and we had to vote on who would be the ultimate fighting champion in here. This was about 10 years ago.
Mm-hmm. So, things may have changed.
Miss Beatty. Miss Beatty
that
won
is a constant, of course.
and beat Mr. Booker. Are you going to refute that? Do you think Miss Beatty would lose?
I am not going to say anything, but I think you're completely correct. But he was evading my original question. Next question.
You can't remember 7 questions?
I had a long day. Okay, so because you are a history teacher, I'd like to ask you your thoughts on the election.
So hold a second.
Yes.
Yeah, about 5 minutes. I don't know. It's just taking a lot longer. I thought it'd be a lot more funny. I mean, I feel bad for
No, he doesn't get to do that. This is the first episode of my show. You can't roast me on my show.
I thought Steve would be funnier.
Name's Samir. You know that.
Oh, Sam. Yeah. Yeah, a couple minutes.
Was that an important call? Did you need to take that while the interview was going on?
I had to do something constructive here.
How about answering my questions?
What question?
Your thoughts on the election. I'd like to hear them.
On a serious note, I think it's very interesting. I think America has spoken. I think that they're tired of all these cookie-cutter candidates.
Cookie-cutter candidates. CCC. I like that.
Yeah, I just made that up. You just stole that. Trademark it, Lions Incorporated.
Was there a patent on it?
Now it is. You can't use it.
No, I took it before. There's no patent.
You did not copyright it.
Before he said that, I called patent.
Saying things louder does not make you more correct. I've been doing that my whole life.
CCC is mine. I'm sorry. You can use another 3-letter. I don't know. CCC is mine. Cookie cutter candidates. Anyways, So you.
Trump won, by the way. You probably don't realize that.
Well, I do realize that. You're stranded on an island with 3 things.
U2's CD.
U2 CD.
Yeah, because if you're stranded on an island, you might not get internet.
Right, but the first thing, if you had internet, like the most important thing is the U2 for you.
No. I would not want U2. Don't put words in my mouth.
I'm not putting anything in your mouth. Except CCC, because that was totally... anyways, so what other thing?
If I'm on a deserted island...
Yes.
Now, is this like a deserted island or a deserted island?
I'm not sure I see the difference.
Did you come prepared enough? A deserted island is when there's nobody around. A deserted island is where they have plenty of choices of cakes and pies and other things.
I'm sorry.
If you're talking that, I would like to be on the second one.
Of course. Who wouldn't?
Banana cream pie.
And what was the last thing? The other thing?
You're not even paying attention.
I'm trying to remember questions right now.
Catcher in the Rye.
Catcher in the Rye.
Mr. Mooney's Muniz.
Mr. Mooney. Music. Mr. Mooney's MMM. I'm calling that. That's mine. CCC MMM.
This is the most creative thing you've probably ever done in your life.
You've had me for class. You know,
I know. That's why I'm saying
my papers were a stroke of artistic brilliance, and he knows that.
Compared to who? You?
Compared to everyone. They were genius.
If you're comparing...
I
comparing your papers to your other papers, that's like saying, ooh, that's the best paper you wrote. That's like saying, ooh, that's the prom queen at the welding school.
So,
thanks for showing you care on this, by the way, by dressing up.
I wanted to keep it informal, so you would feel less tense. Because I know sometimes people are camera shy, and to make them feel less stressed, I want to dress in a
you
student
really
attire.
Understand me. I'm shy. You definitely have your target audience figured out.
Yeah. This is your spotlight to address one kid you have this year. Look into the camera and say one message.
All joking aside, I think it's important that you connect with your kids. You can't always connect with your kids. Kids go off the beaten path sometimes. This is a plea to Brendan Aljib. Aljib has been talking recently about ISIS, Al-Qaeda, terrorism. His internet searches are a little suspicious. He's a great kid, a smart kid. I got to know him a little bit, but I'm worried he's falling off the path of righteousness. So please, Brendan, first let's work on your last name. I don't know how those letters go in that order and come out Jib. Let's change that, but let's drop the Al and let's just bring back Jib.
Hashtag bring back Jib.
For the first time, we agree on something. Hashtag bring back Jib.
Bring back Jib. Well, I think this first episode went well.
Compared to the other ones.
There was... Yes, but I think he did set the bar unexpectedly high, which I would like to congratulate you for.
Samir, right?
Not
Samir.
Steve. Not Steve. Well, this has been Final Thoughts, and thank you for watching.